Good morning, students. I, Vallari Soshi, will be taking your English grammar, and our first chapter is the sentence. Since your first standard, you are doing this, you know it very well, but still it is a feedback to make your English more and more good, to make your skills more better. Even though we knew the rules and regulations, but still we commit mistakes, and so to recover those mistakes, we go through again and again every year, maximum times, the same chapters. What are the basic rules? What are the definitions of all these important points? Let's see. First, in front of you, here the definition is written of sentence. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. For example, swimming is a good exercise. Second one is Grace is 17 years old. You know the rules. First letter should be capital and at last. If it is a declarative or assertive sentence, full stop will come. And if it is a question sentence starting with WH words or auxiliaries, at that moment question mark will come. And when there is a sudden feeling, at that moment over there an exclamatory sign will come. Now let's go through rules of sentence. Rules of sentence are as follows. Sentence begins with a capital letter. They end with a full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark. It must contain an action word or a verb. You know, helping verbs, auxiliaries, or even sometimes main verbs are also there. So we have to learn that. It also contains a subject or the doer of the action. Based on the meaning, a sentence may be declarative sentence. It is also called as assertive sentence, or it is also called as statement sentence. Students here to learn the different words used for declarative sentence and do not get confused. Interrogative sentences, they are also called as question sentences. It can be from WH also, that is what, whose, when, where, and it can be an auxiliary verb also, like can, could, shall, should, is, are, was, etc. etc. Then third one, we are having exclamatory sentences, sentences which have sudden feelings, expressions. Sometimes we show our anger also, surprise also. At that moment we use those sentences by using a exclamatory sign at the end of the sentence. Then we have imperative sentences which shows order, request, or sometimes it gives advice also. Let's come for the definition of declarative sentence. Sentences that make statements or assert something are called declarative sentences. We live in Delhi. Are you going to change anything? We are living, so living. So you cannot change anything. That's only asserted, that is only told, and so it is declarative sentence. The earth revolves around the sun. It is a universal truth, and everyone knows that it happens every day, every moment, and so you cannot change it, and so it is declarative sentence. Then the next one, we are having interrogative sentences. Sentences that ask questions are called interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences always end with a question mark. Keep in mind, many a times your half mark will be cut because of that. First letter should be compulsory, capital, keep in mind kids. Next one. So example for that is, can Rajat play the drums? Do you like coffee? So these are the question sentences. Next is our exclamatory sentences. Sentences that express sudden surprise, delight, anger, etc. are called exclamatory sentences. For example, how horrible, what a lovely day. It's an expression given. Next one, we are having imperative sentences. Sentences which give a command or an advice or make a request. They often end with a full stop or sometime an exclamation mark. For example, give me the remote. Stop taking. In both the sentences, in the first one, well, give me the remote. It can be said in polite, please give me the remote. It can be also given as command, please give me the remote. So here, so it is called as imperative sentence. Stop talking. An advice given by the teacher, or sometimes the teacher scolds or gives a command, stop talking. In the class you have seen many a times. Next one, we'll go further. There are again two more types. They help in many a times to form questions and answers. Let's see. There are two more types of sentences. They are affirmative sentences. They are also called as positive sentences. And the second one, negative sentences. Affirmative sentences. Sentences that indicate a positive sense or meaning are called affirmative sentences. For example, this is a good book. Second one, we have found the book. Yes, it is showing the positiveness. It is not showing any negative feeling over here. Next one, negative. Sentences that states that something is untrue or false. We add the word not. It can be no also, it can be never also, none also. Those sentences are called negative only. We add the word not after the first auxiliary verb. You can see over here, auxiliary verb we are having is, we are having have. We are having even have also. After that only we are using the negative word. This is not a good book. We have not found the book. Thank you, students.